What's in the cost of piss-taking Britain? We're back at M&S Food. Let's see if they're going to take the piss out of us today. Welcome to Rip Off Britain.
Sorry, but when the fuck did mayonnaise become nearly £4? Already sold my left kidney just to buy some essentials, so I'm probably going to have to sell one of the kids now, but at least we'll get the mayonnaise.
What in the broken Britain cost of living is this bullshit we're reading now? There's always an excuse for this country.
Morning, everyone. Why do I always have this feeling that I'm being ripped off in the UK by everyone?
Focus. Ordered a new jacket. Been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for it.
Is that it? Is that it?
Okay, I'm absolutely shocked. Look how much M&S crackers are now for £20.
Another example of Rip-Off Britain. This is WH Smith's at Terminals 2 and 3 coach station at Heathrow Airport. Look at that.
Today's the day. We are at the car garage getting rid of the car.
Can anyone explain why our water bill has tripled?
What is it that Britain is doing to cause our prices, the prices that we pay as ordinary people, to be so high?
We're abusing the retail market and using it as a way of collecting taxes in a stealth way.
Well, that escalated quickly yesterday. My post about going to the hygienist and it costing £75. We had some comments. And I did know that it was going to be £75, but I haven't been to the hygienist for years. So I thought the appointment would be sort of 30 to 45 minutes. So I was just a bit shocked when I came out and it was such a short appointment, and I don't feel like I had value for money. You know, I'm all for paying for a service, but you do get to that point where you just feel like you've been absolutely shafted. And it got me thinking because, you know, lots of people pointed out yesterday in the comments that this all used to be part of your NHS dental appointment. You know, 20 years ago, we were having our teeth cleaned at appointments. And what changed? At what point did it suddenly become a very, very expensive thing to do? It's like anything, isn't it? I mean...
Welcome back to Blighty Blighted, the place we can share freely about what the bloody hell is wrong with this country of ours. Everything in this country's a rip-off now. Everything. You can't move for someone trying to squeeze another quid out of you. Energy, food, rent, petrol, even the air feels taxable at this point. By the by, if you want to help me grow our community, click the subscribe button below. Thanking you greatly. Now, where was I? Oh yes, that's right. You go for a haircut, 40 quid. You fill up the car, 100 quid. You buy a pint, and they want your house in exchange. And somehow everything's worse quality than it used to be. You pay more, you get less. That's the great British upgrade. And don't get me started on service charges. What service? Half the time you do the work yourself. Self-checkout, self-scan, self-pack. I'm waiting for them to make us mop the floor before we leave.
Okay, so just bought these Walker's crisps, and there's like about 20 crisps in there. It's all air. What an absolute rip-off. I hereby boycott Walker's crisps. Get on board.
So Rachel Reeves wants to introduce a paper mile car tax, which is going to affect electric vehicle drivers only until we all end up driving electric vehicles, because they want to get rid of petrol run cars, which they've been saying for years. Straight out of the communism textbook, because it's about controlling our movement, because if we all end up moving to electric cars, electric vehicles eventually, and we pay per mile our tax, you're incentivized to not drive. You're incentivized to not travel a long distance, aren't you, really? Now I'm starting to worry a little bit about climate lockdowns, because that's another thing that's been said for years, isn't it? Like, you'll be allowed one aeroplane trip every 3 years, a certain distance, and they're going to introduce climate lockdowns. I mean, I don't doubt it, because electric vehicles, it's all in the name of saving the planet. It's all about climate change, global warming, global cooling, global boiling, whatever they call it these days, because they can't make up their mind what the effects even are. But yeah, it's interesting. And I know people are going to say, oh, but it's because people who have petrol run cars already pay their tax on the fuel. Well, exactly. They don't want us driving petrol cars for much longer. They want us all driving electric vehicles. And I don't even think about taking my video down TikTok, because this is very easy to find on the internet. It's been reported in mainstream newspapers that they're going to bring in travel restrictions for travelling abroad because of the pollution that aeroplanes cause. This has got nothing to do with people like Bill Gates have it and all that undersea computer stuff that's like heating up the ocean. They're not going to get penalised, just us. Shopping again for the third time this week. Everything's so expensive. Lidl's used to be cheap, and is it fuck cheap anymore? That's what I got for £49. Doesn't actually look too bad. Don't come for me for what I eat. It's up to me what I eat. I've seen these all over TikTok. Watch what I do with these bad boys. I'm gonna do something now. I don't think anybody's done yet, but it's gonna be a creation, let me tell you. We didn't have to eat, guys, and pay for food shopping. We'd be rich. Food shopping should be free.
£2.29 for a packet of Walker's crisps. And look at this, look, Sprite, £3.99 for a bottle of Sprite, £3.99 for a Dr Pepper. But not everywhere is a rip-off. Look at this, 4 large bottles of Coke and Diet Coke, large bottles, £5.99. Much better deal. So not everywhere is a rip-off. And here you go, look. I think these bottles here, they're not 99p, they are £1.59. There you go. But it just goes to show that some shops will rip you off.
A few years ago, we were paying £65 a month to Southern Water. Then it went up to £91. Now it's doubled to £180 a month. Same number of people in the household, same usage. The only thing that's changed is the bill. And it just seems outrageous. Are you a Southern Water customer? Has your bill increased? Please drop your numbers in the comments and perhaps we can compare.
This is an update on the parking ticket that I got from the council for being few centimeters over the line because there was somebody else hindering me parking properly. And it has worked. So I sent them a letter with check for £25. And I told them that as soon as they're going to cash it, they will enter into contract and I will enforce my own notice that was displayed in the car at the time. The notice I have in my private conveyance is from a guy called allegedly Dave, and he's brilliant, so I thought I assessed it. And the notice states that anything attached to the private conveyance or any photographs taken off the private conveyance will generate a bill. As I send them also invoice for £750, and said if they're not going to pay that within 2 weeks, it's going to increase by 20%. And I haven't heard anything back, and the cash has not been, the check has not been cashed. So people, don't give these vampires your hard-earned money. It's all about contracts, and we just need to play the game. So as the Prodigy guy said, fuck them and their laws.
Here's one. You can't make this up, right? Posted a video about my car yesterday about how Chrysler tried to rip me off by charging me £375 for a pipe that I didn't need. I needed a 5p rubber. That's fixed. My van started smoking really bad, so I took it to a local garage. They charged me £409 to fix an oil leak, then called me up and said that the engine was knackered and it needed a new engine. So I took it to another garage where all it needed was the rocker cover replaced. I'm now cleaning my van because it's all back on the road and absolutely fine. Rip off Britain in everything we do.
Wow, we used to get about 4 or 5 packs of them for £20. That is ridiculous. What's in there? Gold watch? That is ridiculous, M&S. Come on, sort it out. Christmas is not all about capitalism, is it? £20. What do you think in the comments?
Car mechanics, taxi drivers, retailers, anything. Petrol gas, electric. Why do I always feel like I'm being ripped off? I don't trust anybody in the UK. Absolutely nobody. Does anyone else feel the same?
Price is set to go up again 4.2%. They're just going up and up and up. This is due, it's saying, to the rise in eggs and butter. What a load of bollocks. It costs no more to feed a chicken. Do you know what I mean? It's just, this country is absolutely robbing the people. You go into Asda, you go into Morrison's, you go into Sainsbury's, you go into Tesco's, and they're all just driving the price and driving it and driving it and driving it and driving it. When are the government going to step in? When are they going to set a cap on what people can charge? Had enough now of them blaming the war in Ukraine. We farm enough eggs here. We don't need to be importing eggs. Do you know what I mean? Butter, people are making butter at home. It's just taking the piss now. Everybody's got to club together. Stop shopping at these shops. Start going with your local butchers. Start doing stuff like that. And see if we can make a stand between us. Team TD, let's go.
Doing me own knockers here. I'm in Morrison's, right? And there's tins of soup. Heinz tins of soup. 5 for £5 or £1.70 or £1.69 each. How long has soup been this price? Absolutely unbelievable. Scotch broth, £1.70. You're having a laugh. Who's putting the prices on these things? Rip off Britain. What happens if someone's only got £4? They can only afford 2 cans of soup at £1.70 a can. Absolutely unbelievable. Rip off Britain. Morrison's, sort it out. Don't forget to like, share and follow this channel for more content coming your way on Rip Off. Hang on a minute, look at these, look. Heinz big soups are £2 each or 3 for £4. Unbelievable. Don't forget to leave a comment. What do you think of it on Rip Off Britain? Don't forget to follow this channel for more insight. Keep smiling. Ciao for now.
Or at least looking to part exchange or whatever. I don't even know. I'm really annoyed. Actually, I'm annoyed. Not that we've got to get rid of the car. You know, I have different cars all the time. I'm a bit of a nightmare for it, but I do actually like this one. I think it's the fact that my free will's been taken away from me, that I've been forced to do it because of the hike in the insurance for this year. For me personally, I know not everyone gets. You know, you people are going to go, oh yeah, I only pay this, whatever. I don't. Mine's gone up from 1,000 to fucking 6,500. So yeah, shopped around, nothing's happening, nothing's changing. It's all the same. Even got my friend to do it. He's got 6 points, coming back the same for him. So it must just be this Range Rover that just don't want to be insured. So yeah, I'm annoyed that it's got to go, but it's got to go forcefully from the corruption of this bullshit country. Do you know what I mean? When's it going to end? When is it going to end? Like, there's no how. Look, when I first got insured, frigging 22 years ago, it was about £800 on a Nova. Now it's mad. I'm fuming. It is what it is.
Right, at the moment it's just a big, ugly, dirty building. So it's nearly ready. Yep, just need a barrier, a couple of machines and a tin of paint for the spaces. Oh yeah, how wide should we do the spaces? Just find out the average size of a car and do it that size. Or slightly narrower. Makes sense. Oh, and there are big concrete pillars everywhere. People are probably going to reverse into them. Probably, yeah. Toilets? Oh no, we've got a stairwell, so they can go in there. Love that, that's really smart. But then we might have to clean up the stairwells. Nope. Cool. Maybe just some signs so people know where the stairs are? No. Okay, so we just need someone to make sure the machines are working, I guess. Not important. If they break, they can find another one. And if they can't find one, we'll find them. And we'll have ramps to every level. Now, they need to be tight. Yeah, they might get covered in quite a lot of car paint when people scrape their vehicles. It'll add a nice bit of colour to the place. Lovely, yeah. What do you think we should charge people for, say, an evening? Well, I mean, it won't cost us anything to have them there. You know, they'll be in and out. We've got no overhead, so 18 quid. Hey, I just had an idea. We should do this near hospitals too. What, and rip off the sick and the needy and those caring for them? Maybe?
That's the best idea you've ever had.
You will see now different energy prices from different nations. Now, from the bottom, Poland, to the top, Britain. Now, look at the gap between prices. Not only this, after you've read all these relevant countries and what they pay for their electricity and what we pay for our electricity, here are the profits from 2002 from a company called EDF. Their profits, believe it or not, was £1.1 billion. And you wonder why they have so much profit. Because we pay too much for our bills. We pay too much electricity costings per unit. Unbelievable. Welcome to rip-off Britain. These absolute greedy companies makes our lives very difficult.
Christmas pudding. What am I going to soak it in? Debt. The only thing stuffed is my credit card. That's a steak for the heart. Ho, 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 holy moly. Guess how much for 2 slow lamb shanks? That is the most expensive sprinkles I've ever seen in my life. In what world are we living in when I can't afford pineapple? These better be golden eggs. I mean, I'm sure it's a nice chicken, but £3.40. This is quite nice. Pigs in blankets, mac and cheese. Do cookies have to be that expensive? Extra olive oil crisps. I've got mixed emotions about these mixed nuts.
So normally when the government wants to raise money, they create taxes or they increase existing taxes, and that gets lots of scrutiny by the IFS and other people, and it's all looked at in the round as part of government financing. And then they decided they wanted to encourage renewables, and so they made the subsidies for that be paid through bills instead of through taxation. So it's effectively a hidden tax. People don't have any choice about paying it. It's a mandatory payment, mandatory addition to our bills. And that's worth billions of pounds a year. But of course, the renewables that we have are intermittent, and they're located in places where you don't already have grid infrastructure. So then you add on billions of pounds to connect them up. You add on billions of pounds to have backup because it's not always windy and sunny. You've got billions of extra pounds because we didn't keep pace with the grid infrastructure. So we're paying them to turn off a lot of the time. And we're deliberately connecting wind farms knowing we can't use that output.
What?
So in 2023, October 23, Seagreen opened. It's a wind farm off the Scottish coast. In 2024, 2/3 of its output was curtailed. So it was turned off 2/3 of the time.
Why?
They had to because there wasn't enough grid infrastructure to move its output down to where it was needed. And when that happens, consumers pay a gas power station downstream of the bottleneck to generate the electricity they actually use, and then they pay the wind farm to turn off. And they get compensated at the subsidy level, so it's the wholesale price plus whatever their subsidy level would be.
Welcome to the Great British Rip-Off. So today I want to talk about something that you and I are being misled by, none other than our supermarket. Today is 4th of November 2025, and today I want to talk about something very, very important that you and I don't realize. I mean, even if we do, we don't think about it twice. But welcome to the Great British Rip-Off. There's something called shrinkflation. Have you noticed that when you go to a supermarket, everything is getting smaller in sizes, but we are charged the same? So things like Cadbury sweets, things like Aquafresh toothpaste, things like Nescafe coffee. The packages are getting smaller, yet we are being charged the same. We are paying more but getting less, and we've turned into a pay more, get less society and economy. Whether that's rent, whether that's food, but it's being done hush hush. Because how many of you have noticed we see just the price, we don't look at the packaging, and we need to look at the packaging because this is what's called shrinkflation. So prices are getting higher, but things are shrinking in size. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share this. See you on the next one, and don't forget to give me a follow.
So I've just come out of a dentist that has cost me £73.47. For all the dentist to do was put a little scalpel thing in my mouth, tap around my teeth, tell me which one she was keeping an eye on, and advised me to go to a hygienist, which, by the way, would also cost me about 70 quid. I was in the chair less than 60 seconds. It took me longer to fill in the health questionnaire than it did for her to have me in the seat, check my teeth and tell me it was okay. Whatever happened to the dentist giving you a little bit of a scale and polish when you first got in the chair? Like, what is going on when you're in the seat less than 60 seconds and it costs you over £70? I am totally in the wrong job. I don't know what's going on with the dentists in this country. If they can get away with charging you over 70, what is that per hour? Quick maths, someone.
£50 it was reduced during the sale. The picture looked amazing. Chase London's the company, remember that. Repost this afterwards. Size medium, 42-inch chest. I'm going to show you a quick picture what they showed me, what it would look like, and then I'm going to try it. Look at that. Look at the size. Look at the material. It's only got 2 buttons on. Never going to fit. It's like for a child's one. So thin. This is a proper rip-off. This is a proper rip-off company. Chase London. It's on. I looked at it and I actually went online trying to find. So what's a good deal? But I checked up on a few places and it looked like a proper company. But look, these are advertised everywhere. Chase, and they're still advertising this jacket. Look at it. Look at it. After seeing that picture, look at it. Look how thin it is. Look at the pockets. There's nothing like it. It shows on the. Look at it. Look at the material. Chase London.
Okay, so there's a great British energy scam going on that nobody's really talking about. I use the word scam intentionally. It's not a crisis. It is a rip-off. Basically, the unit prices are down across the board from peak, and our bills haven't reflected this. Our bills are still literally double, and I mean double what they were in 2019. My bill in 2019 was about 1,300 quid. Right now it's about 2,800 for combined gas and electric and on direct debit. I absolutely feel like I'm being bent over. Obviously we were meant to get a discount on electricity and gas this year. It was meant to be £300 off, which would have been fantastic. A saving is a saving. And that's incidentally about half my water bill that would have been paid. Instead, we're now paying an extra £35. Ofgem has increased the cap to £1,755 in Q4. So that's the period from September to December this year. So why is this? Is it operating costs? Is it Ofgem being part of some dirty energy cabal and in league with the big six just to make money? Food for thought. I'm sure I know the answer to this one. I'm sure you do too. How can we combat this? Well, the easiest thing and the best thing you can do is to get...
We've gone from Great Britain to Great Britain. Everything grates on your nerves and empties your wallet. Even the so-called deals are a joke. Buy one, get one free. Aye, but they've tripled the price first. It's all smoke, mirrors, and misery. And the government? They tell us inflation's going down. Aye, maybe on paper. But I can't eat paper and I can't heat it either. We're being rinsed from every angle. And we're British. So we just queue up and say cheers. Even the tea bags are weaker. Just like the economy. I will see you on the next video. Cheerio.